Have you realized there's more to life than just working, paying bills, keeping up with the Joneses, and then one day growing old? That deep down, you're meant for something greater, to experience profound joy, unconditional love, and the blissful freedom of operating from your highest truth and potential. The reason you haven't actualized that next level yet is because you've been living in a limited dimension of reality, one that keeps you focused only on what you can perceive through your 5 senses in this physical world. But there exists another dimension of pure consciousness and infinite possibility just beyond the corner of your aware perception, a realm where the forces that shape and create your entire reality originate from. This is the 4th dimension, the birthplace of all thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and electromagnetic frequencies that ultimately manifest as your experience here in the 3D world. And once you learn to shift your awareness and start operating from this transcendent 4th dimensional state, you'll finally unleash your power as an infinite creative force born to reshape reality itself. Chapter 1. Imagine being unlimited potential rather than limited form. In 4D, nothing is solid, permanent, or cast from unchangeable matter, including you. Your physical body, your personality, your history, and all circumstances around you are simply oscillating fields of electromagnetic vibration, continually reshaping. You are not a dense, rigid being, but a radiant bundle of vibrational energy and pure conscious awareness, with the ability to elevate, expand, or adjust your energetic patterns and harmonize them with the experiences you wish to call into your world. This is why, sometimes without understanding how, you suddenly start attracting beautiful synchronicities or seeing your dreams bloom to life. It's because you temporarily accessed a higher frequency state where those realities already exist. When you start viewing yourself as vibration rather than limited, defined form, you unleash your power as a conscious creator operating directly upon the infinite field of all potential. Chapter 2. Follow the trail of ecstasy within you. The ancient sages and enlightened masters won't tell you the path to heaven requires sacrifice or struggle. They'll share that abundance, beauty, freedom, and unconditional love are your birthright, and the way to access it is through the doorway of your own ecstatic joy. You see, in the 4th dimension, your feelings aren't simply emotional reactions, but electromagnetic frequencies rippling outwards from your energetic field, reshaping your physical reality to match their vibration. Each time you experience surges of uplifting emotions like gratitude, curiosity, blissful surrender, or pure unconditional love, you're raising your energetic signature to such a high frequency that you realign your entire being with a universe of wonderful manifestations awaiting you. It's like tuning your radio dial to receive a whole new channel of ecstatic experiences that have always been there, but you were just slightly off frequency before. Whereas when you're fixated on worries, lack, resentment, anger, or fear, you drastically lower your vibrational output, inviting in realities saturated with more of that same dense, depleting energy you're broadcasting. By learning to navigate from your emotional guidance, you have the power to shape-shift your reality to whichever parallels are most reflective of the luscious signature frequencies flowing through you. Chapter 3. Surrender into the vision of your highest self. In our limited 3D conditioning, we're taught that we have to grind, hustle, and force our way into making things happen through sheer effort and willpower. But in the 4th dimension, another way beckons. You see, no matter what dreams, desires, or worthy callings have been planted as seeds within your heart and soul's code, a fuller vibrational pattern and blueprint for their manifestation simultaneously exists in the infinite realm of potential. And your role is simply to merge your awareness with the frequency of that realized future until it materializes outwards into your physical reality in divine timing. It isn't about trying, forcing, or making things happen in that old rigid effort-based approach, but about relaxing into an aligned state of being and embodying the truth of who you're becoming as if it's already actualized. When you assume the vibrational resonance and energy of your fullest, most radiant self, suddenly intuitive nudges, chance encounters, and spontaneous openings will start presenting themselves as stepping stones to making it real in the 3D world. And the more you surrender into that future vision, the more the universe will conspire to rapidly reorganize your entire reality into conforming reflections of that brilliance you're vibrating as. Chapter 4. Trust that every experience is serving your greatest evolution. One of the most beautiful and liberating aspects of 4D awareness is realizing that everything you've ever experienced, whether judged as good or bad, pleasurable or painful, has ultimately been in divine service of your greatest personal evolution and fulfillment. You see, from this expanded perspective, you can appreciate how each challenging initiation, delay, loss, or failure was simply part of a mysterious unfolding, realigning the unfolding stream of events and reconfiguring your vibrational energy so you could gracefully ascend into more expanded self-actualization. The disappointments and heartbreaks were never punishments or curses, but simply denials and redirections of what no longer served your highest blossoming, acting as compost for new growth and opportunity to take root. And the tragedies that seemed so cruel at the time, in 4D you can recognize how they were vital alchemical passages for your being to shed old karmic burdens, toxic patterns, and false identities so that you could emerge renewed as a more gracious, radiant, and awake version of your ultimate self. When you can release limited 3D views of being a victim of circumstance and perceive every step as a nuanced thread in a far greater choreography of your soul's ascendance into wholeness, you stop fiercely resisting anything and instead develop immense gratitude and trust in the divine unfolding. This is the gift of the fourth dimensional perspective, the ability to flow gracefully with life as a grand rising initiation without attachment or fear. Embracing every up, down, and turn as purposeful movements. Chapter 5. Step outside the matrix and break free of limitations. If everything you've ever known and been taught originates from the 3D physical dimension, yet that's only one limited sliver of this cosmic reality you inhabit, can you imagine the number of self-imposed ceilings and limiting belief codes you've unknowingly absorbed and expressed into your experience? In the fourth dimension, you can recognize how so many of the stories, fear patterns, doubts, perceived constraints, and old paradigms that once bound you were simply inaccurate artifacts from that limited level of consciousness and perspective. Because in the infinite field of 4D energy, there are infinite possibilities and parallel realities existing beyond any prior mind viruses or systemic oppression that you've previously allowed to shape or restrict your existence here. Suddenly you become like an artist, starting over with a fresh blank canvas, free to imagineer and encode a whole new reality from the energy of pure potential. You're no longer weighed down by hereditary, genetic, economic, or societal barriers, nor are you limited by any past disappointments, failures, or mistaken beliefs about what you're capable of achieving. Now you're envisioning everything into being from the expansiveness of the fourth dimension, where creative freedom is the only rule. From this space, you can dream into reality anything you can energetically encompass within your consciousness, redefining relationships, calling in dream vocations, reprogramming old body patternings, or giving birth to completely new creative expressions. The art of personal mastery and manifesting a blissful, abundant life is learning to think outside the matrix of prior conditioning and using the infinite field of 4D vibration as your energetic paintbrush to continually astound the world with your limitless visions and constant reinventions of yourself and experience. If you felt a persistent longing burning within you to experience life at a higher octave, to reclaim your power as an infinite creative force and unleash the glorious truth pulsating at your core, then it's time to tune your awareness into the awe-inspiring expansiveness of the fourth dimension. Start by recognizing yourself as vibration rather than limited form. Notice how your emotions act as tuning forks, reshaping your reality based on their specific frequencies. Feel your inner resonance as a guiding source of truth to flow within. Surrender into being and embodying your highest, grandest vision while trusting every experience is simply movement towards more light. And fearlessly release any stories or paradigms that don't match the blissful, unlimited creative freedom you're remembering as your birthright. If you have made it this far, comment down below with the word 100% to confirm that you have received the knowledge from this video. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.